Alright folks, so no sooner did I start to weld my truss when this damn thing broke. And it's one of these things where I can actually fix it, but you know, I can honestly see how a lot of people would have an issue with this. I definitely still have an issue with it, but freaking battery, what do you want to call it? The battery holder here, the casing, broke off of the frame here, and it's because the way they tack welded this thing on here, this broke. Now I actually tried to weld this with, so here's what happened. I actually am using a generator to power my welder to weld the generator, right? Easy enough. But here's what happens. When this generator's running, they shake a lot. You know, there's a lot of vibration. So when you go to weld on this frame and you're using the actual generator to power your welder, there's so much vibration that when you try to weld this, what ultimately happens is you're not really going to get a solid weld, because it's just, there's so much movement. So the weld didn't work. I didn't think it was going to. And so what I ended up having to do is take this battery out of the casing, and then I actually had to drill holes in this casing and drill holes through the frame here, and then I'm gonna just bolt it in. Now, you know, it's not a problem. I can do it. These are when you do something like this, you want to use these split head washers, because they keeps your especially with something that vibrates like this, it's going to keep your nuts from wiggling loose, because they for sure will if you don't use these things. So that's a little tip for you. But you know, it just got me thinking that, you know, while I haven't had a lot of problems, you know, with this thing, or any problems with it as far as the way it runs, you know, it runs okay, but you know, this is the kind of shit that like really can frustrate people, man, because, you know, I had to stop what I was doing. I was ready to weld, and you know, I gotta spend, you know, an hour and a half fucking around with this thing. So this is the kind of stuff that, you know, really can get your goat. So anyways, that's it, and I'll get back to you when I'm done with this thing. All right, what's happening, people? So after my little debacle with the generator, this is what I'm up to now. Now, my wife actually came out for a day and actually helped to move this sucker, because this proved to be quite the job, trying to get this thing, this 25 feet of truss all the way across this structure here, and to kind of keep it stable. I tried putting it upright the way it's supposed to be, and that wasn't happening. So what I'm doing now is I got more scrap steel here, and I'm going to be chopping this up and making some brackets, big brackets, to slide over these earth bags here, and basically be able to weld the truss to the brackets, and then have the brackets attached to these earth bags, as well as the beams on the ends here. That's the idea. So I have a wooden beam here that's concreted into the ground, and then I have another one over there that's concreted into the ground. So the combination of being attached to these beams as well as the earth bags will hopefully keep this sucker from blowing over during the windstorms we have here. So that's the idea, and then once it's up, I'll be able to start putting rafters on this sucker and get this roof on. So it's been tricky, but we'll hopefully figure it out, and hopefully it'll stay up here when I'm done.